Hey guys, I had a question that I thought would just be easier to hop on and answer. And this has to do with specifically AI prompting and why some content gets really crazy. like, and obviously, I don't know that we know a lot of reasons exactly why, but my experience in SEO kind of has helped me understand how some of these things come together. So the question was, and this person was specifically using Pagewheel, the viral description and suggestions pack in copy packs, which the thing about Pagewheel is you're going to put something very, very simple into it. And then behind the scenes, there's a lot of prompts that go into creating a template for usable content. So you're not like copying and pasting, I don't know, 14 paragraphs into ChatGPT or something like that, because those additional prompts are behind the scenes. So when the prompt was toys for babies under $10 gift guide, and choosing a viral description. Viral descriptions, by the way, are super awesome just for like, titling, creating social media content around it, because it would have some sort of, I don't know, hook that would then be more clickable than your average just title and stuff like that. So I like to run a lot of my content through that viral description suggestions. And also, a lot of times the meta tags are easier to do with that, or even if you're looking for Pinterest descriptions, Facebook descriptions, that kind of thing. So anyway, the original subject matter was toys for babies under $10 gift guide, and then what was returned, and this doesn't have to be just within the page build system. It would be like when you see this a lot when you're in ChatGPT or Bard or any of these other programs, is that it returned really specific toy suggestions. So, like the first one was forget expensive toys. This adorable plush elephant is not only cute, but educational with color recognition buttons that stimulate your baby's sensory development, and it's under $10. So, you put in something really general, like, hey, I need just kind of descriptions for toys for babies under $10 for a gift guide. And you're thinking, oh my goodness, I'm looking for just viral descriptions and suggestions within that general thing. And so you were expecting more like, hey, if toys are expensive, let's get you put together with it. This is the best under 10. But what you end up with is like a toy elephant, colorful stacking cups, and a floating rubber duck. And those are really specific when you're thinking kind of big picture. And the reason for that is because of the way that the AI trains, and the way that it created that knowledge base behind the scenes is similar to SEO in that it's a web, like a spider web of information. And so instead of just taking those keywords of toys for babies under $10 and put gift guide, it's taking the top like related context or contextual, and this, I kind of think about this as when you're like on your, like, I hate autocorrect, but it's that similar situation in that it's trying to guess where you're going next. And so when you say toys for babies under $10, it suddenly is going into its context around baby toys under $10. And so it's going to be coming up with the ones that have the most network around it. So, and remember, it is not just training on content. It is also training on e-commerce. It's training on all these other platforms. So that when it comes down to it, when you say baby toys under $10, it's going to end up like pulling the ones that have the most kind of network around it. So, and it kind of makes sense when you think about it that way, because when you're like, hey, give me some baby toys that you wouldn't spend more than $10 on, you're going to come up with some of this, like a plush elephant, a stacking cups, and a bath time buddy or a rubber duck. So it makes sense that those are the most common within that realm. So you can take this a second place is when you're like, let's say you're writing an article about the best, a gift guide for the best babies baby toys under $10. It's something that we do in SEO all the time, is that we're looking at what are the most popular in that realm, because what would Google expect you to include in that? So if you have a gift guide that is of 10 suggestions, and you do not have like a rubber duck in that, it's probably going to not get as much attention from Google, just because you're not filling the expected. And I know that sounds really, I mean, this is kind of where we are in 2024, 2025, is that for like, if you're actually creating content that is unexpected, you're being, almost downgraded. Now, does that mean that you have to have the same 10 toys that everybody else does? No, you don't actually do that, but you're going to need some of the expected toys, or else it's going to be like kind of an outlier, because you are like, the network knows what the network holds. And so, in my opinion, and this is, this, you can take that for what it's worth, but I would make sure that you have a majority in your list of the toys that are expected, and then make the ones that are unexpected really, really good and really descriptive. Because one of the other things that I think is really important for, like, especially content creators, or actually any kind of content, even on social media and stuff like that, is that next prompt, that next SEO hill will be trained on what is currently in there. So, for a while, and I think this was kind of cleared up in some of the recent Google updates, and I wouldn't say cleared up, but I think it's improved a little bit. And it's kind of part of the problem that's happening right now, is that it's feeding on itself. So it's like, that's why when you Google, like for instance, you Google, hey, tell me about menopause or something, and every single article on that front page is nearly identical, because they all have the same suggestions, they all have the same whatever, and it's super horrible for the user. But that's the game that they're being played right now. So I don't think you have to play the game 100%. But I think you have to play the game to a certain extent. So, going back to why is AI being so specific? Because that's all AI knows. When AI goes in and looks at the big picture of the context around baby toys, it's going to be seeing that a large percentage of the content that it learned on is specific toys: the plush elephant, the stacking cups, and the rubber duck. So I don't know, like, I think you could keep prompting it to take it outside of that. Like, no, be more general. And this is where you get into like actually arguing with AI, which has become a sport, I think. But in the other side of that is, I think you use that information, make sure that you're covering that. Also, if that's what AI is, and remember, the search engines are also using AI in a way that we don't even understand right now. So so are the social media platforms. So you're going to get more attention from the algorithms of those things if you're actually using keywords and contextual like knowledge around what it's expecting. So one of the things you might want to make sure is that when like, let's say you make this gift guide and you create a pin for it, and a Facebook post and an Instagram post and maybe a video about that some of the things that you want to make sure you're covered in there are the specific names of those toys, because that's the way the world is looking at that topic right now, is that it's not just about, oh, it's no, it doesn't care about you. Like, it doesn't care about your recommendations. It cares that you fit a narrative that it understands, and then you have the freedom to add a few of your recommendations, if that makes sense. So, like, and this is what's really, really frustrating as what we thought was an original content creator, is that it's not about original thought anymore. It's about piggybacking off of the narrative to get your message out. So, as bleak as that sounds, at least you know the rules of the game right now. Hopefully, as AI gets smarter and is less contextual as far as kind of living in that autocorrect world of what are you going to say next, or what we expect you to say next is what we want you to say next, or else we're going to hide you, is hopefully that will change over time. And I think if we play the game at 40%, 50%, 60%, and then add in the original content after that, I think that's how that happens. So, so anyway, keep the questions coming, and I'll be just creating content around those questions as we go forward. So.